you just didn't. Brokenness has not just also come out of accident. You have also entered into it because of obedience. You've left abundance.
I've left abundance. There's even a time when Safaricom were to pay me, and they told me invoice when I was in a difficult time. When I was homeless, not homeless. When I was in losing houses, and auctioneers are coming, and I'm told not to take it. Until today, I have an invoice there pending.
Don't take that money.
Yes. My wife thought I was insane. Yes. But luckily she understands. But let me come back to this thing, because I want to explain, because this was a game changer for me, from you. And this is what you told me. He will provide for himself. Imagine, as a man, 2 kids and a wife. Yeah. Every day waking up, you drop your kids in school, then you're like, God, you've said I be obedient. God tells you go left, go right, go left. It's just, it was killing me every day to see my kids. And remember, I have a skill set called digital that very few people on the planet have. And I'm also not allowed to do this thing. Yeah. I'm not doing CTA. It was so hard. I was finished. I ran away to Zambia because now I was called to do digital.
Is it a month or 2?
Yeah, 2. I was supposed to be for 3.
Yes.
But kumbe, running away there was God saying, okay, now I've got you. You're trying to run away, I've got you. And then when I come back from Zambia, now I come back, okay, God, I'm not crazy. Because I thought I was crazy. I'm like, who does this?
Yeah.
Even those guys asked me, why did you leave? In fact, they were really hurt that I left the company. Yeah. You get? Even I'm hurt that I've left. So we're all hurt. Yeah. And the only reason I'm telling them, they're like, why? I said, because God said. Yes. Then I come back, and this begins to kill me. Pius is introducing me to a woman. And he's telling me, I'd like to introduce you to, that time, just your friend, Joyce. But I looked at you and I was like, God, you've provided for him. Me and him have been going through, because you are.
Yes.
We've been going through this difficult
together.
Thing. We talk to each other every morning.
Yes. We are in different kinds of brokenness.
Yes.
Yes, we are being broken.
Yes. Different kinds of unbound.
Unbound. And we are being unbound in our brokenness.
And God is like, he's in 10 times a harder place than you. But it doesn't mean that mine is not, he's not as empathy of mine.
It's true.
But look at how he's hopeful.
Yes.
I don't know how you did it.
Yes.
The day, fast forward, and you'd always tell me, Richie, God will provide for himself. The morning you were getting married was one of the saddest days of my life.
Wow.
I was very happy for you.
Yes.
But I was feeling forgotten.
Because we had been walking this journey together.
We had.
And you felt God had provided for me. And the question was, where is yours?
Yes.
Because it was,
and
they were very parallel.
Also remember, I've come back from Zambia. I'm like, okay, God, I'm no longer running away. What do I do? So I'd wake up, drop my kids. He's like, what do I do? He's like, open up your computer. Okay, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. He starts teaching me TikTok. You talked about my TikTok having 58 million views.
Yes.
How did that happen? God would wake me up. I drop my kids. I come back home. He's like, open up TikTok. Do this, put this, do this, do this, do this. The channel starts blowing up. Then he's like, delete everything. Open up YouTube. I do this, do this, do this, do this. I have a YouTube channel that I opened up. It has 110 million views. Then he's like, delete everything. In 3 months, I would show you. That in dollars would be 1.2 million US dollars.
Wow.
He's like, delete everything. I'm like, what's going on? Go to Twitter. I start trending.
Wait,
he's like,
not in shillings?
Yes.
$1.2 million.
He's like, delete. In fact, to show people, here is a screenshot. He's like, delete everything. So now I'm in obedience. So now you're getting married. I've woken up. I'm like, God, what do I tell Pius today? I'm like, God, I'm so broken. I can't even send him a message. But I'm going to be there. And I come and I'm looking.
And you're in my lineup.
I'm in your lineup.
Yes.
And I'm like, God, where's my Joyce?
Yes.
And so especially in the evening, I was now completely broken. Because I'm like, first of all, I can't be talking to this guy every day now. He is on honeymoon. Then number 2, I am seeing a physical manifestation of your...
God will provide for himself.
Yes. You get? I'm happy for you. Don't get it twisted.
Yes, I know. I get it.
I'm just like, I've been
Where
forgotten.
is the other side?
What more can I do? I've
Yes.
been obedient. Look at the obedience level that I've done.
Yeah.
You get what? Like, you're shumikiaring me. You're making me open up YouTube channels with 1 million views. Not 1 million, 100 million views.
Yes.
No Kenyan has ever done that.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it in 3 months.
Yeah.
And it's global.
Crazy.
And then you tell me to remove. I'm like, what mother row is this? Like, this is just finishing me. So that day of your wedding was the turning point of turning points.
Yeah.
Because I have not spoken. I'm just hearing, I'm enjoying, I'm watching, I'm observing, I'm quiet. And I told God, I'm not talking. And the MC comes and tells me, you're the one who needs to do the closing prayer. Something tells me that you and Pius have been walking a journey.
Yeah.
And people in your lineup didn't understand, who is this guy? Where has he come from?
Yes.
And please, I'm observing all these things. And I'm observing it internally. I think I was understanding it more than very many people.
Yeah.
Of the miracle. In fact, I used to say, we're in the center of a miracle.
Yes.
So the MC comes and tells me, you need to talk. Me, I'm broken. But remember in the morning I had told God, unless you tell me to talk, will I talk? So I told him no. And then God said, I'm the one who said you talk. So go and talk. So I grabbed the mic. And he says, you'll do the closing one. And I said, God, you have to give me the words. And I say, Pius has always told me that God will provide for himself. And I told people at the wedding, if you're looking at this with your physical eyes,
You'll miss it.
you will miss it. Because we are in the center of a miracle. And anybody here, you are like the woman who said, even the crumbs I will eat off. And if you understand it, eat off the crumbs today. Your miracle will happen. And I gave the mic back, and God told me, go back to CTA. And going back to CTA,
That was the beginning of a new season in CTA.
it completely changed everything. And he started giving me instructions.
You got your
person.
Joyce back. You got your
Yes.
your Joyce.
Interview this person, interview this person, interview this person, interview this person. Or you're interviewing this person. You don't even know this person is going to open up your financial doors. This person has an anointing on finance. Because you've interviewed that person, watch what will happen in your life. And without me knowing, I'm just obeying now. Without me knowing, everything from that time completely switched. And now I know I'm in a very complete different season of wealth management. But let me say this. If God comes to me and tells me today, empty your account and go to Zero Bob and give this person, I have no problem. But the thing that you said was, he will provide for himself. Now, it took me a while to understand that. You said it many times.
Yes.
Let me say it like this. Abraham was asked to give out his everything.
His
He
only
was
son.
sacrificing his son for God.
Yeah.
And the moment, which was obedience.
Yes.
So obedience is number one.
Yes.
Number two, Abraham spoke in faith.
Yeah.
And he said, while walking in obedience, don't worry, God will provide the ram.
Yeah.
When they were there, Abraham laid him down and was about to. It was there that God provided a ram, which Abraham put. And that ram was God providing that ram for himself.
Yes.
Now me, where I am in my life, I am the ram. I have decided everything. Everything. If you look at a lot of my car, I call it God's gift. My phone is called God's gift. My computer is called God's gift. My children are called God's gifts. My wife is called God's gifts. Everything that I have no problem. Very quickly, because that same verse says, early next morning, Abraham started his journey.
To sacrifice his son. Yes.
So for me,
swift obedience.
the thing that I am after, and also this is a difficult one, because it means from a human perspective, I may not be wealthy here,
Yes.
but that's fine. But my rewards are coming.
In fact, I put it differently. And it goes back to definition of wealth. Wealth is not the amount of money in your bank account. It's not measured by the amount of money in your bank account or in the properties, assets, portfolios that are in your name. Wealth is measured by your source. The limitedness or limitedness of your source. And that's why you can find somebody with relatively very little, but they are constantly giving, but it never gets finished. But they live the life. You can have somebody else who can have a lot, but they live like paupers. You get, eh? So, and it's important that we really capture it here. To me, you are very wealthy because your source is very unbound.
Can I do a last point here?
Yes.
And this one is specifically for those who are bound, thinking they're living unbound.
Yeah.
So there are people
Yeah.
who are completely in poverty,
Yes.
but we are aligned to God.
Yes.
So they are like, this is not about my alignment. I've aligned to the source. You get? Like I profess Christ, He is it. I want to tell you a story. There's two brothers, there's two sons.
Yeah.
Now one son is like, I'm out of here. Give me my inheritance, bro. Takes it, goes, parties, squanders, homeless, living with pigs. Then it hits him. Angalao, in my dad's house, there's a servant's quarters I can live and I can eat a good meal.
I used to have a father.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what you said, very powerful. Comes back. He's like, me, by the way, I'm here for the servant's quarters. He stole servant's quarters. What? My guy. Here. Pewa. Main house. Everything done. You got that? Now there's another one who was in the house. Now this guy was in the house.
Has done everything right.
He says, how come he's done everything right?
Yep.
Everything.
Seemingly.
But the guy says, he uses this word, all these years I've been toiling. This guy, all these years I've been toiling, and you've never even cutted anything from me. That guy's biggest problem is he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't, you said father, he doesn't understand who he is. All of these things, you don't work for them, they are given. Let me make this.
His father, to him, had limited resources.
Yes. No, his father had unlimited resources, but he thought the way to get this thing was to use a different kingdom principle. Working. It doesn't work like that. Remember I told you these things here are given from rest. Let me use, maybe that has confused people. Let me use a real life example today. Prince Harry. Prince Harry, I was watching a BBC interview of him maybe a week ago. And the guy has taken the royal family to court because they are not giving him bodyguards.
Yeah.
And he lost the case. They were like, my guy, we're not giving you bodyguards.
Yes.
Because you are not in this kingdom.
You've not aligned.
You did here, when you are here, you had bodyguards, your children will have bodyguards, houses are given to you.
Yes.
You said with your own mouth, I no longer am in this kingdom.
Yes. You left.
You left. Bodyguards here, ulipe na pesa yako, my friend. It doesn't matter what court you take us to. We are not giving you bodyguards. The bodyguards he's gotten can't, what he was complaining, they can't move from jurisdiction to jurisdiction because they are bodyguards in this system. The bodyguards and the security that he's aligned to in this system, called the kingdom of the queen, of the royals. He is a son. His father is king.
Yeah.
Do you guys understand this?
Yeah.
Prince Harry's father is the King of England.
Yeah.
All has been given to him. But he has, not his wife, he denounced the throne. The throne is an institution, and there is a way it operates.
Yeah.
That even the king can't go against the institution.
He disconnected.
He disconnected.
Yeah.
Now, they are principles of God's kingdom.
Yes.
They, with him as king,
Yes.
and we are king of kings.
Yes.
He's the king of kings.
Yes.
Meaning we are kings.
Yes.
There is no way you are going to make
Yeah.
this kingdom,
Yes.
you're going to try and manipulate it
Yes.
to give you these things here.
Yes.
These things are already given. The biggest problem people have is one, an identity thing. They don't know that they are sons in this place where things are given.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
Where things in this place are given. They are trying to ask and manipulate it and coerce. You're asking God for money. God doesn't have money.
Yeah.
Do you know God doesn't have money? Ana pesa, but he has everything.
Yep.
He can ask Pius to give you money because
He has the influence.
Money is limited. He doesn't have money.
Yes.
Ask him for gold and galao.
Yeah.
Don't ask him for money.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to say there is this level. There's a way this thing operates. And I don't have all the answers.
Yeah.
But I am accepting that I am here. Whether I look stupid, foolish, or crazy to people, in my life, as how I operate, I've accepted that I am in the world where money can come from a fish.
Yeah.
I'm in the world where bread can be multiplied.
Yeah.
I'm in the world where water can be turned into wine.
Yeah.
I don't care if science agrees or doesn't agree. In this world, me, I've seen it happen. I have stories of how it happens, and I will expect and believe it for myself as I try and help this kingdom expand.
Yeah.
And that will then be my provision for everything and anything. So even now there are things that I want.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to make sure that I have aligned to the kingdom so that those things can come to me.
Wow. You know, you are reminding me of a very important point. In this kingdom, the unbound kingdom of heaven, it operates on one principle and one principle only: complete trust in God as your provider. And that may sound very far removed. I remember I was talking to my barber, and I was trying to illustrate to him how God is actually very present and working in his life. And I was asking him, when you come to work in the morning, do you know which clients are coming? Do you have like scheduled appointments? He said no. Even me, as I'm seated here and you're shaving me, you did not know I was coming. But for 365 days in a year, every day God sends an assortment of people, enough quota for the day. And he said, wait a minute, Pius. Now I see that God has been providing for me. It has nothing to do. I never make any calls. I never schedule any appointments. But every day, year after year, I come here, I sit here, and 10 clients walk in. I earn my commission because they earn on commission. And he goes home and he provides for his family. But what he had never understood is that it is God who sends those clients to me. Because I wake up, I have no plan to go and shave, but I have this moment, you need to go to the barber now.
And God has also met him at his faith level.
Yes.
So
exactly.
The fact that he wakes up to go there,
yes,
God has to meet him at his faith level.
Correct. And
do you have the faith to go and begin? You see, that guy is already doing actions.
Yes.
Are you getting what I mean?
Yes.
And I'm not trying to criticize people who maybe are currently looking for jobs.
Yes.
But that job looking,
yes,
there's a faith level that will be
there
met.
is a show up.
There is a show up.
There is a show up.
There's a show up.
Yes.
But there's also a show up in rest.
Yes.
Now that's the one which confuses people.
Yes.
The one for working, they get it.
Yes.
But how can God show up in rest where rest is grounded on trust.
Yes.
How can I tell you you're going to make money doing nothing?
Yes.
And I'm not saying do nothing.
Yes.
Don't get me twisted.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just saying
doing nothing is an active word.
yes.
Not a passive.
Yes.
Yes. Not a passive. Wow. There's something that you said, and I think it's so important that it is not lost. Seeing. You know, going back to the story of Abraham and Isaac, and this is what the scripture says. It says that Abraham lifted up the knife, and as he was about to puncture through his son, he heard the voice of the angel.
Had. That's
Yes.
already another story.
So that's one had, and then he was told not to hurt his son. And the Bible says that Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the ram.
Mm.
So where was the ram all this time? The ram was there, but his eyes needed to be opened through obedience.
Mm.
You see, God was never interested in sacrificing his son.
Wow, that his eyes was opened through obedience.
Yes. God was never interested in Isaac dying.
Wow.
God is not interested in you giving away all your money, because you can actually give away all your money, but you're still religious.
And it's disobedience.
And it has nothing to do with God.
Mm.
So this is not like we must be very clear.
It's not a
that
get-rich-quick scheme.
It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not something that you do out of courage or boldness or
Yes.
or chanting mantras.
Mm.
It is something.
It's not witchcraft.
It is something that is done out of relationship with God.
Mm.
Abraham had a relationship with God, and he said, if God, you love me, and if God, you gave me this son after waiting for 100 years, and if God, you gave me a promise that I will be a father of many nations through this son, and if the same God has asked me that I sacrifice this son, then I must have enough faith that the promise he made to me, he will still be met even if this son dies. Because his provision is, I cannot limit him by just giving me this one son, Isaac.
Mm. Mm.
And the only thing that God wanted to know is, where was his heart? Was his heart aligned with Isaac, or
with
with
God?
his heart aligned with God? Let me put it differently. Was with his heart aligned with God the source, or was his heart aligned with the source from God?
Mm. Wow. Wow.
So when we say, I will do this or that because I will do this or that when I get money, it means our heart is aligned with the source from God, not from the God the source.
That is so powerful. But let me say,
Yeah?
it is daily death.
Exactly.
You don't figure.
You can never
You know what I mean?
arrive.
This
It's
thing.
that's why it's a relationship.
Yeah, this thing. It even now
Yes.
in here when I was
Yes.
told to do it, it is a test,
Yes.
and it is a test because I've planned for that money. That's why I had it in my. you get what I mean? Like, it is a constant kuchongwa.
Yeah.
It is and not because of what's coming,
Yeah.
just for today.
Yeah.